Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about what LEAF does?
So LEAF is the Leander ISD Education Foundation, and so we work to support all students, all teachers, all schools in the Leander Independent School District.
Great, that's fantastic. And then I know that you had a kid that was in an International Baccalaureate program. That's a program people aren't that familiar with. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about what that was like for you.
So I moved two of my let me start a little bit. Two of my children, I moved them from our neighborhood school to an IB school that was still in Leander ISD, and it was really important for us because of the added value of IB. It's not just about the test. While IB curriculum does include your Texas standards, your TEKS, it goes so much further than that. It's a lot deeper curriculum that looks at the individual and empowering an individual to be responsible, to embed some of their own reasons for wanting to learn and to do better and to make a difference in the world. And those are properties of an IB curriculum that's instilled in the primary years. And I think those skills are probably the most valuable skills that we can teach elementary school children. To me as a parent, it's more important than the TEKS and the standards. These skills, I think, are fundamental life skills. So it was very important for my children to have an opportunity to gain those skills. So we moved our boys to the IB school, and it was the best decision we made. We were a little reluctant at first about changing schools, and once we did it, our only pause was, why didn't we do this years ago? We just saw such a change in their confidence and their social skills and their passion for education.
That's fantastic. So what would you tell somebody if they're like, oh, I looked at that school, it doesn't rate well?
When we changed schools, some folks did say, oh, you're changing to a school that didn't rank as high in their national test scores as the school that you're coming from. And honestly, it's the skills that can't be tested that they're focusing on. So while they're still learning their TEKS, their primary focus are these TEKS, but let's do this in a way that teaches life skills, that gives real world examples. So I think that they are not spending as much time teaching to the test, and they're still learning those skills, but we're learning them in a hands-on, real world, authentic environment, and that is just priceless.
So at the elementary level, what does that really look like? Can you recall any of the specific units and things that they did that you're like, wow, this is so cool that my kids are learning this, and I know that the kids over at the other elementary aren't. Do you remember any kind of like, oh, this unit they did on whatever it was?
I can give you an example. One of my boys, he was very shy, probably didn't have a lot of self-confidence, and we moved him over to an IB school, and one of the first exercises they had to complete was a suitcase, and it's just a poster board and you fold it up and it's your suitcase of who you are and all these attributes and skills that you have and hobbies that you're an expert in. And I really think every student, every person wants an opportunity to be a rock star at something. And there's times in our society where different things aren't celebrated. We may celebrate a certain type of child, but not, the skill that a certain child excels in. So he did this little suitcase and he put in things about our family background, things that he's really good at building things, and he's really good at creating different environments on the computer, all sorts of things. And he presented his little suitcase and he felt so celebrated for the child that he is. He came home and he said, I had so much in my suitcase. Everybody was so excited about my suitcase. So I think it gives an opportunity for students to be a rock star, because basically everybody wants to be a rock star at something. And it allows them to be celebrated for all of the different strengths that kids bring.
And we have a new principal over at CT Mason this year, and what would you like us to know about her and what she's about?
The principal at CC Mason is all about the whole child. She wants to make sure she embodies the vision of IB, where yes, these test scores are important and teaching the information that's going to be on the TEKS is important, but what's even more important is this whole child, giving them the skills to be successful as a lifelong student. And I believe that's her greatest strength, is she wants them to be happy, and she wants them to be well-rounded, and she wants them to be celebrated, and she really wants them to love learning. So I'm excited for CC Mason. I'm excited for the students at that school.
Working as closely as you do with the school district, there's a couple of opportunities here, I think, where we could, you know, what makes you proud about Leander School District, and why should people donate to LEAF while we're at it?
I'm really proud of Leander ISD. Leander ISD is a fast-growing school district, and we went from a little school district to a big school district in a relatively short period of time. And one of the things that Leander has always really held true is caring about every single student. Every student matters. And some of the characteristics of a small school district have always stayed with us. And now, you know, we're looking at 39,000 students, but there is somebody who cares about every student and making sure that the needs are met of every student in our school district. So even as we continue to grow as a large school district, we're still taking care of every student in the school district. And that's kind of where LEAF comes in. There's a lot of opportunities for students to participate in athletics and band and robotics and destination imagination, all different, different sorts of projects and clubs within the school district. But a lot of these programs, there's challenges if you don't have the financial means to participate. And so LEAF makes sure that every student has the opportunity to be successful. Every student has the opportunity to be that rock star regardless of the economic situation at home.
And we're directing our funds to CC Mason in this case. I mean, what do you know about where that money's gone and helped the school?
Right.